Alright, welcome everyone to this new video on my YouTube channel. We're today trying to build a new VGC team. The new season has begun like 2 days ago, and I wanted to wait a little bit until building a team and jumping into it because I'm not that familiar with the VGC format yet. I was only playing for 1 season so far, so I wanted to see first what other people will do, how they build their teams and whatever. So now I came up with something, and I want to just make this video, and this is like the first attempt of me building a team with a new Pokemon, and I really wanted to use a Venusaur, so that's going to be the first Pokemon in this team. You see it already here on the screen. I will be using the Pokemon Showdown team builder for this one because I think it's the best one to show everything, like EV split, movesets, ability, whatever. So you see everything like just on spot in one look, kinda. And yeah, so the Venusaur is the first one we took. We of course want to capitalize on the chlorophyll ability if there's sun out. I wanted it to be a bit more tanky and annoying, like a bit of a bully. So I put Giga Drain and the Black Sludge on there, and I gave him some HP investment. So he's like a bulky but still kind of fast sweeper, and yeah, of course in the sun he will be super fast. I put 108 EVs in the speed here because that's how much you need to outspeed a Adamant max speed Tyranitar. I don't know why, but that's always kind of like my threshold. I always want to outspeed those Tyranitars. And yeah. Also, one of the new Pokemon in this format is the Incineroar. And we want to use this guy with Intimidate. And I'm not 100% sure what I want to use on this guy, but for now let me put just a citrus berry on here. We want to have Flare Blitz, we want to have Darkest Lariat, of course, and then as utility moves I want to have the Parting Shot and Fake Out. And I have mine Careful. Yes, I have mine in Careful, and I'm not 100% sure yet if I stay with the defensive variant, but I will most likely go for something like this. Go for like 140. And then give him also a bit of speed as well. Let me calculate that real quick. What a Tyranitar usually runs. Tyranitar in doubles usually uses like this, so that's not where. Okay, Incineroar is like super slow as well, so maybe we don't even need the speed investment here. We just go full defensive and put a little bit in attack. Yes. So basically what this guy is going to do is just cripple enemies, as yeah, for the most part just crippling enemies. We want to intimidate the physical attackers and then maybe fake out the threat that is on the field and attack with our Venusaur or whatever is else on the field. You will see later what's still in the team. And then maybe Parting Shot to even cripple special attackers and switch out, bringing in a good switch in for whatever the opponent has. So that's always pretty nice to have. The Parting Shot as well is also yeah, it's just a good move, honestly. So that's for now how I want to run the Incineroar. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with that, but that's like the first attempt of this team, and then we will switch stuff around, maybe swap items or EV splits when we're testing it. So those are the first two that I wanted to use, just because they are new to the tier. They will be seen a lot, probably, and I like them. And also for the very small chance of me Dynamaxing Incineroar and going for the Flare Blitz or Max Flare in this case, I could set up the Sun for Venusaur, which I am not doing like that often with this team. Like, I'm not building a spot-on Sun team here. I just wanted to use the Venusaur, and I first thought, okay, maybe I do use the Sun team or not. But this one will not be a full-on weather team, although I still put the weather ball on there, just so I can like surprise people, like if the sun is actually there and people bring like, I don't know, an Excadrill out or something to counter me, I could go for the weather ball or the earth power, like, you know, whatever comes into mind. And I didn't know what else I should play on this. I could put Synth to this or something, but I decided for the weather ball just because it's a cool move. And then a second mon that will be more likely to be Dynamax is going to be the Togekiss. Togekiss is still like everywhere, I guess, and we will play a super offensive Togekiss like we did in the last season. It's kind of like the same Togekiss with the Scope Lance and Super Luck to boost the crit ratio, and then you don't really care if they lower your special attack or something. You just crit them and then it doesn't matter. Or if they set up screens, you don't care because you crit. And then we also want to run the Heat Wave on this, because if we actually going to Dynamax the Togekiss, this will be another option to set up the Sun if there is an opponent that we can kill with the Max Flare, of course. And last season I think I ran Protect on my Togekiss. This time around we're gonna go with the Follow Me, and we just go for the max, yeah, for maxing out speed and special attack and going for the Timid Nature here. So a pretty basic offensive Togekiss, hit as hard as possible. Yes, and that's basically it for the people that can set up a Sun, but I don't want to rely on the Sun mostly. I more likely want to rely on something like a Tailwind, and I still kind of wanted to have something that is not weak to ice anymore. At first I wanted to put a Whimsicott in there, but then I had like Venusaur, Togekiss, and Whimsicott weak to ice, and then also Venusaur and Whimsicott being weak to fire, and some other team members also weak to fire. So now first I said, okay, I need something to overcome those weaknesses. And then we put in a Melodic. This time around, this is going to be having the leftovers again, and it's not going to be Marvel Scale as the one that I used in the last season. This one's going to be competitive Melodic, and we will still have the same EV split as the last one. Yes, so where are we? I want to have the Muddy Water on here. As we are a pretty slow team, kinda, I want the Icy Wind this time around. I definitely want Recover in every case. And for the last move, I'm not really sure what I want, but I think Protect is not wrong. So I put Protect on there. We definitely want to max out the HP here. This guy's also gonna be Calm. And we are going to have 108 here and 148 here. So we're like mixed bulky, more specially bulky as it usually is anyways. But with a competitive we can be pretty scary offensively as well. I kinda lack a single target move here, but yeah, if it's necessary to have something single target on Melodic, I could go Scald over Muddy Water, but for now I keep the Muddy Water on there. And yes, that's basically just to cover the weaknesses that we have so far. But we are now adding some more of those weaknesses, which is kind of bad, but also I guess okay-ish, because we're not bringing all of them anyways. It's more like either bring this or this. And so far you see we only have like one physical attacker in the Incineroar, but he's also more of a support than an attacker. So I wanted a physical attacker that also can deal with can deal with super fast Pokemon, and like therefore having a what is it called, priority move. And also I really like Defiant, so I'm going to put a Bisharp on here just because, and I'm not sure yet, but I could see myself using a Focus Sash here. And then Throat Chop. Unfortunately still no knockoff, since you cannot use Pokemon that are not bred in the Galar region yet. So you cannot get a knockoff Bisharp into a VGC fight with official rules. I would love to use my knockoff Bisharp here, but that's not possible. Then as a second step, just Iron Head, and of course the priority move I was talking about, the Sucker Punch. And we're going to Protect on this one as well. And we are going max speed, max attack here, but we are going Adamant and not Jolly here. So that's our Bisharp. And then as for the last slot, I said I wanted to set up something like a Tailwind, but then again I didn't really want to use another special attacker. So I decided to have more of a defensive unit again in the Corviknight, just because I have not used Corviknight yet. And I'm going to use the Mirror Armor here. I'm not quite sure on the item yet, since I already have Citrus Berry and leftovers. I might use like the berry, like Figgy Berry or something, just because. Yeah, let's just put this for now. I'm not really sure yet what I put there, but Figgy Berry seems okay-ish. We want to have this thing with Brave Bird. We want also the Body Press. And then I want Tailwind on here. So that will be my speed boost mainly, probably in this team. And then I'm not sure if I put Roost or Bulk Up. I kinda want Bulk Up, but then again I'm not really having some reliable heals yet on that Corviknight, but that's okay. I guess we can stick to the Bulk Up for now and then see what we're doing there. We're definitely going for max HP, and since we are now playing Bulk Up, I guess I will play this, and we go careful on this one as well. So I'm overcoming the weaker special defensive side on the Corviknight, but then again having bulk up to boost my normal defense even more. So yeah, that's probably the team that I will be using on the next stream. I hope this video is not too long already. It's like 15 minutes, okay, but for a team building video, that is okay-ish. If you have some things to say about that team or some questions how I came up with some stuff on that team, why I'm using that or why not, feel free to ask me or tell me whatever you feel like saying to me. Also, you are welcome on the Discord server, which I linked below, and also I would be happy to see you guys on my stream from time to time. I will be streaming at least 2 times a week. The schedule is a bit varying every week. I try mostly streaming on the weekends though, because that's where I have most time besides studying. And yeah, that's it basically for this video. I see you in the next one, and have a good one. See ya, guys.